For me, I spent a lot of time laying on the couch in the living room with stomach pain, really high fevers, and just unexplained issues that doctors really couldn't help with no matter what they did.
I had an internal bleed and lost over 7 pints of blood. And I could never figure out where I was bleeding from.
Elle était incapable de marcher tellement les douleurs, elles étaient fortes. Et du coup, suite à ça, elle a été hospitalisée 1 mois dans un hôpital pour enfants à Tours.
The worst part for me was probably when I had my big stroke when I was 8, and they had to shove a tube down my nose and had a...
They told me I have to have emergency surgery. They didn't know what was going on, but I was scared if I would ever see the light after the surgery.
Et du coup, elle a eu plein d'examens médicaux, plein de bilans sang. Elle a eu une biopsie au niveau d'un muscle, d'une jambe.
So pretty much all the testing that Hallie had was always inconclusive. And people just said, we've never seen anyone like her, we don't know what this is.
There was no gold star test to be able to tell whether the treatment plan was going to work other than by trial and error. So with each stroke, they would update, make changes to the treatment plan, and we'd stroke again.
I've lived 44 years and I didn't know what was going on. And you're like, why, all the time?
I would just say to my mom over and over again, why can't I be normal? And why is this happening to me? Why?
I had an ER doctor say to me, in a corral of horses, we don't look for zebras. And I said, but we are the zebras.
Seven years of really, trying to figure this out for your child, and you get a call that says, we might have just found a genetic mutation linked to the link that is causing your child's problems. So it was just, I can remember I was sitting on my bed, or I can remember all of it, the room, everything. So it was overwhelming yet encouraging, kind of scary, because what does this mean?
Although it was very exciting to have recognized a new disease, it was also very daunting just thinking about, well, what are we going to do for patients with this condition?
I had Hallie step out of the room once, and I looked at all those doctors who are so wonderful, and they all love Hallie, and they've watched her grow up. And I fought back the tears as I was just telling them, this is I'm not okay with just saying, here's the diagnosis and let's stop. What can we do?
My best moment, I would say actually, is receiving a phone call from Dr. Peter Grayson saying, I think his words were, we've been looking for each other for a long time.
Knowing information was gratifying in that we had a sense of direction. It gave us peace.
Welcome to the inaugural International Conference on the Deficiency of ADA2. My name is...
All sorts of people are here today that look at the disease from different angles and from different disciplines, and so I wanted to take advantage of that. And I mainly came here to learn.
Je pensais pas un jour pouvoir rencontrer d'autres familles avec les mêmes histoires que nos filles.
It's better to share the things because the patients are so rare. It's very difficult to get valuable information, and share it will prompt the research, will prompt the way to find the care and to benefit directly to the patient.
To know that all of these doctors come together and they kind of put their brains together and they figure out what this all means. It's really special.
By having everyone together, we've defined some of those questions that we need to address. Who exactly should be screened? Why is it that some people present very, very early in life, within the first couple of months of life, and other people don't have any symptoms until they're 10 years old. When would one offer a bone marrow transplant for a patient, and what is the risk-benefit ratio?
Bringing the whole group together, you're now starting to look at what is going on when you have a deficiency of ADA2, what cells are involved, what tissues are involved, and bringing that together rapidly accelerates what's happening.
Welcome to the second International Conference on the Deficiency.
I must say that it's breathtaking to see the progress that's being made.
Now I started collaborating with a German group based on the first meeting, and I come back to this meeting just to present those data.
We've got much to learn about this disease, and the only way that we're going to do that is by bringing all these human minds together.
It was fascinating to meet so many other people with this disease, because prior to that point, I had never met anybody in person that even had heard of this disease.
And it's been a roller coaster, I must admit, of emotions, hearing everyone's stories, telling my own story.
It really highlighted the fact that how little is known, but how much is known.
There may be other activities of the DADA2 protein that we don't yet know about. What cell type would one do gene therapy? We really need to aggregate all of the data that we have from all over the world.
With the 2018 meeting, I have seen much more diversity of specialists, and so it really has been a fertile ground for collaboration.
We hope to leave here with hope for her future, more than we already have through the foundation.
Uno dei motto della DADA2 Foundation infatti è l'un con l'altro, perché è proprio così che stanno le cose. Abbiamo bisogno dell'un con l'altro per poter migliorare la qualità di vita dei pazienti e perché no, anche a quello di arrivare alla guarigione completa di più pazienti possibili, proprio come è successo a me. Ciao! Ciao.